The thing that I liked most about Michael Jordan as a player was the fact that I didn't have to try to guard him. If you had a poor defensive scheme, he was going to fill the hoop up until you either figured it out or the game was over and you lost the game. Some of his acrobatic drives to the hoop are just remarkable. You know, he could get past the defense and use a little bit of English off of the glass. The ball drops in so nice. It takes some really advanced skills to do that consistently. The 1988 All-Star Game was a showcase for Michael. Michael had figured out all the things he needed to know to be a dominant player. Everything. One-on-one, couldn't guard him. What Michael Jordan showed the whole sports world was the fact that you put the right people with him, he's going to lead them to world championships, without question. He was a prime example of excellence and a leader that would lead you all the way to the top, all the way to the top. That was basketball at its finest.
And on a chilly February night, the city of Chicago hot with anticipation for tonight's marquee game. Now let's go over to tonight's public address announcer, Tommy Edwards. Greetings, everyone, from Chicago, the host of the 1988 All-Star Game. Alongside the terrific Clark Kellogg and our reporter David Aldridge on the sidelines, I'm Kevin Harlan. And Clark, this terrific city has produced some greats, and 4 of them playing tonight.
You're exactly right, Kevin. The Windy City, Chicago, has produced Mo Cheeks, Isaiah Thomas, Doc Rivers, and Mark Aguirre, all All-Stars, and I'm sure they've got plenty of family and friends in attendance to enjoy their performance on the court.
Yep, so much to celebrate. And Clark, is there a common thread when you think about a Chicago-type player?
Well, I certainly do believe there's a common thread. When playing outside or outdoors in the Windy City, the perimeter shot can easily get blown off course. So you got to be able to get that thing to the rack and in a straight line fashion. And that's something all Chicago players share in common.
A lot of high flyers, you're right. Cannot wait. And your West All-Stars, Fat Lever and Magic Johnson, the guards, Alex English and Karl Malone at the forward spots, and in the middle, Hakeem Olajuwon. For the East, it's Moses Malone inside, and Dominic Wilkins with Larry Bird the forwards. And in the backcourt, Isaiah Thomas and Michael Jordan.
And you look at Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, rivals since college. Early on, no love lost between them, but over time, they've become friends.
Now Thomas. It's Jordan, top of the key. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Thomas against Lever. He kicks to English. Some nice passing here by the West. 6 to shoot. Lever passes to English. No good on that one. Good D by Wilkins. Clark, you see Larry and Magic together in those Converse ads. They've become really the faces of the NBA.
And Kevin, I think they've inherited the mantle from the great Dr. J. He's done such a great job representing the league all these years, and certainly he's left it in good hands with those two.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. So the East able to put the first points up on the board. Olajuwon inside. He's covered by Malone. Malone trying to break free. Olajuwon with incredible footwork for a big man. And Clark, when you look at Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets, here is a team making a lot of moves.
I tell you what, their trade for Joe Barry Carroll and Sleepy Floyd paying huge dividends. They're certainly on the rise in my mind.
And a lot of people like those moves.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
The vision of Magic Johnson is unsurpassed. And if there was a snub, Clark, for this year's All-Star game, many felt it was the sharpshooter Dale Ellis of the Sonics.
Well, you take a look at what he's done. He's the only top 10 scorer in the NBA who was not an All-Star.
The Tennessee Volunteers should be here. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. And the Eastern All-Stars favored to win tonight.
Star power and firepower. Veteran IQ and smarts. But you never know. The West has quite a bit of talent, too.
Indeed they do. None better than Magic Johnson orchestrating the fast break. Clark, amidst this All-Star celebration, labor negotiations between the players and the NBA continue.
Trying to find their way through this current impasse, Kevin, and looking to avoid any interruptions to this game that we all have a love affair with.
Yeah, I know you and I hope they can find some common ground.
Please make it happen soon.
Shot's good from Bird. And Larry Bird winning 3 straight MVP awards from 1983 to 1986.
You know who the last player was to do that?
I'm going back to the 60-something. You tell me.
Yeah,
I know you
Bill
know.
Russell.
Yeah, right,
it's Bill Russell, 1960 to 63.
Of course. I'm glad we bring him up. A legend.
Yep.
And an exhibition game with plenty of motivation for these stars nonetheless. For more, let's say hello to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Now, I was talking to Larry Bird about his goals for the matchup, and he said, I think our job is to get the ball to Michael Jordan, get him into the game, and get the crowd into the game. So if Bird has anything to do with it, Michael Jordan will be the MVP. And that would be poetic justice this weekend. Guys, back to you.
especially where we are. Well said, David. Thank you. Jordan Clark, obviously, in front of his hometown crowd. He loves it, and they really love it.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You think about the fans in Chicago. They love basketball. And I can expect, and you can too, a ton of energy, some extra adrenaline anytime Michael touches the ball.
Clark, this city is on fire with Jordan, aren't they? I mean, they love him, and they think about what's to come. My goodness.
Smoking.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan winning the dunk contest yesterday. Clark, can he add to his trophy case tonight?
Kevin, I think his teammates want to see him win the MVP. I think they're going to give him as many touches as he needs to have a chance to do it.
Ooh, that'll be fun to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
And English kicks to Johnson. Wants to get it to Malone and does. Another spoon-fed basket from Magic.
And the 6'9" forward, Karl Malone out of Louisiana Tech, playing for the Utah Jazz. Tonight, he's wearing number 7 to honor the great Pete Maravich, who himself was a 3-time All-Star with the New Orleans Jazz.
Wilkins finds Jordan. Can't cash in from close range. And so English will bring it up for the West. Pass to Lever. To the paint. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And here are the East All-Stars now, trailing by 2. Bird against Malone. Fades away. Shot's good from Bird. And tonight's All-Star MVP will have a $5,000 check presented in their name, Clark, to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund.
A great cause in honor of a terrific American.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, when you think of Alex English, I think about all of the buckets he gave me and everybody else during his time of ravaging defenses. He's a volume shooter and a big-time scorer.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Lever against Jordan. Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball was going somewhere else.
And Michael Jordan won the dunk contest last night, and man, was it great. What a thriller. He and Dominique Clark put on a great show, and you could tell they both wanted it so badly. Perhaps the home court advantage gave Michael Jordan Clark the edge.
And there was another winner from last night, and that was Larry Bird, taking home the trophy in the three-point shootout. And he didn't even need to take off his warm-ups to handle his business.
Clark, somebody told me he looked at the rest of the competitors and said, okay, who's going to be in second place here? Who's going to finish behind me?
Sounds just like him. And making his All-Star debut in his 3rd year in the league, Karl Malone, one of 4 players in the NBA, averaging over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game.
Jordan's shot is off. Fat Lever is a remarkable rebounder for a player his size. Yes, that goes in.
Magic Johnson in his 8th All-Star game now, 2nd in All-Star votes this year, and he hosts his own All-Star game in the summer in L.A. as a fundraiser. And I understand it's quite an event. Dominique Wilkins unafraid to put his body on the line, going right into that interior defense and getting himself fouled in the act.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on that one. Worthy's checked in for English. Good on the second free throw. And here is Johnson. Outside, Olajuwon. Here's Malone. The shot will not fall. Nice D from Bird. Good ball movement here by the East. With the fadeaway. And when the jump shot is fallen for Michael Jordan, what can you do? He is unstoppable. Jordan's gone 3 of 7 shooting from the floor. Passes it to Malone. Over Bird. Here's Olajuwon. And that's collected by Bird.
Not really the best decision. I mean, get the easy 2, the for sure 2. No need to make it fancy and special. Michael Jordan using that strength of his to get into the defense to draw the foul on the way up.
Hey, Clark, the record for points in the All-Star game is 42, set by Wilt Chamberlain back in the 1962 All-Star game.
And, you know, a lot of Wilt's records seem virtually untouchable, but I don't think that one is. With all these great scores, who knows? It might be broken tonight.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun? That one falls, so he hits both of them.
You know, there's so much that's amazing to me about Jordan, but his endurance stands out. He consistently gets stronger, it seems, as the game goes on. Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass, just sailed it right out of bounds.
The East making a switch. Ewing's checked in. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Jordan a screen on Worthy. Wilkins passes to Jordan. And not many out there who can elevate like Michael Jordan. And starting last season, Clark, Michael Jordan's scoring went through the roof.
Averaging over 37 points per game, partner, and he's kept close to that pace this season as well. Remarkable.
Amazing and remarkable, right? Wow.
Magic Johnson leads the league in assists, and he's also got the most assists in All-Star game history. He processes the game at another level, folks.
Now, here's Wilkins. Here's Ewing. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away. I don't think there was any question about that being a foul.
The East All-Stars have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the first one drops. And some changes here for the East. Brad Daugherty, he's checked in for Bird. And it's Rivers in for Thomas. The West also making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Olajuwon. McDaniel comes in for Karl Malone. And it's Drexler in for Lever. Both free throws good from Wilkins. And Kareem looking to set the career record for all-star scoring. Isn't that something?
It really is. Needs just 10 points to do it, Kevin, and you gotta love his chances. I mean, that's a layup for him, pun intended.
Yeah, a good one. Now here's Abdul-Jabbar. Pass to Drexler. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. The East leading by 4, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the most All-Star appearances by far in NBA history, Clark, and All-Star in every season of his career except one, and in that year, he was injured.
Yeah, and at 40 years of age, matter of fact, the youngest player tonight was only 4 years old when Kareem made his first All-Star appearance. That player, Brad Daugherty.
No kidding.
That's right.
Rivers with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Jordan with the bucket. And Michael Jordan, not only last season's leading scorer by a mile, but Clark Kellogg this season, he is in the running for the Defensive Player of the Year.
He is the true definition of a two-way player. Gets it done at a high level at both ends.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Superb anticipation on that rejection, and that'll allow them to stay on the lead if they keep defending like that.
Now here's Johnson. Clyde Drexler on the wing. From 8, Drexler drawing the double team. Lock at 6. To the middle, kicks it to Worthy. Johnson, that's for 2.
Jordan is an aggressive defender now, excels at getting into his man and making things hard.
Wilkins dishes to Rivers. Inside, here's Jordan. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 10-point East All-Star lead.
Right out of the starting blocks. They've been dominant at the offensive end.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the West. They need this, and he sinks the layup. Johnson's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. And Magic Johnson, Clark, made it clear coming into this game that he wanted the challenge of defending the great Michael Jordan.
He certainly did, and the West as a team will certainly have their work cut out for him trying to slow that guy down.
That is going to be fun to watch. There's got to be some excitement, maybe even, Clark, some butterflies playing in the All-Star game. You want to prove you belong out there.
I agree with that, and there can also be the temptation to try to do a little too much, maybe get flashy, but with these players still getting a feel for each other in the flow, a lot to be said for making the simple play.
Nevertheless, a great honor.
Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
The West trails by 12. Johnson surveying the floor. There's the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Abdul-Jabbar gets double-teamed. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Down low, and the dunk by Jordan.
Another big night for Jordan. What a natural scorer he is. MJ simply can do it all.
Drexler against Rivers. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. The kick out to Worthy. Shot clock at 6. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. The West again cannot hit.
That might as well be a layup if you give him that much space.
Jordan up top. Ewing the pass to Jordan. Ewing a screen on Drexler. Back to Ewing. Good defense by Abdul-Jabbar. The West trails by 14. Passes it to Drexler. Here's McDaniel. Can they get it? Here's Worthy. Nails the baby hook. And James Worthy here in Clark, his 3rd All-Star game.
Yeah, I was part of the '82 draft when Worthy was the #1 pick out of North Carolina. He can hurt you on the block as well as in transition.
So refresh our memories. He was #1. Where were you taken?
I was number 8, Kevin.
That's right.
Number 8.
That's right. I knew that. I just want you to boast a little bit. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the East. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Welcome back, everyone, to the 1988 All-Star Game here in Chicago. As these great fans hope Michael Jordan can bring home the win and the MVP hardware. The West trails by 12.
And the head coach of the East, Mike Fratello, his first time coaching in the All-Star game.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, Aguirre is out there with Malone. Then it's Magic Johnson. Then it's Lever. And it's Olajuwon in at the center position. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
How about this list? Players who have never missed an All-Star game in their careers. Jerry West, Bob Pettit, Larry Bird, Isaiah Thomas, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Those last 3 playing here tonight.
How about that? Mike's a terrific friend of yours and mine, and Fratello's Hawks recently